a potential client of ours out to Indianapolis to take a look at some single-family homes that we have for sale out there. We originally met this client at one of the monthly seminars that we hold, and when he found out our homes produced an 8% cap rate, started at $70,000 a piece, and were all turnkey properties, he became super interested and wanted to check out the homes for himself. Because of this, myself, our CEO Rusty, our sales associate Michael, and our boots on the ground in Indianapolis, whose name is also Michael, all went with him to vet these homes, to talk to the property management team, and basically allow the investor to perform his due diligence to make sure that this was something that was worth his time. We all arrived in Indianapolis a day before the tour, and that night we took our investor out to dinner so that he could ask any questions that he had to become better acquainted with the product, but also we went over what our plans were for the tour the next day. It was really loud inside the restaurant, so we weren't really able to film much, and we pretty much retired for the night after we were done with dinner. But early next morning, Michael, who is based out in Indianapolis, came, picked us up, gave us a tour of the city, and brought us to talk to the property management team who is in charge of taking care of all these single family homes out in Indy.
Okay. Tom is 63 years old, great guy. And then you'll also meet Todd. Todd is the property, he does more day-to-day operations, but he also does the land development side of things. Okay.
Hi, I'm home. Tom, I gave him a little bit about what you're doing now. I know a little bit more currently what you're doing, but what did you do before, like 10 years ago?
Yeah, so I've been in real estate development and construction, residential building for most of my career. I used to be operations guy, so that's kind of my thing. For example, on the service side, it's set up that we've got, crews out in the field all the time. Beth runs the show in terms of dispatch and so on, and emergency calls there, but we can handle double really what we're handling now. It comes in waves a little bit, but we've got the capacity on that side. On the property management side, it's all very automated.
I was mentioning that.
Automated rent collection.
I said about 80% is electronic collection, or I don't know if we have a number.
More than that.
90%?
Yeah, easy.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can go in and log on and see what's going on. There's a lot of specifics I can get into, but basically it's very, very automated, very hands-off for the investor.
Hands-off, I like that.
After meeting with the property management team, we all went to a restaurant up the street for a quick breakfast. None of us had had anything to eat all day, so it was a good chance for us to refuel and become better acquainted with each other.
In this area, this house we picked up from a foreclosure. It took us about a month to rehab it. Just went available for lease. I think we have, a week ago, we have about 4 applications right now. And it's a pretty standard house for us. This is a 3-bedroom, bath and a half or 2-bath. We'll walk in and see. 1-car garage, looks like brick footer to gutter. And you'll see the type of rehab that we do. Honestly, I love these houses, not only for how they perform, but they're very, very consistent. This will go on a 2-year lease to one of our investors, either out of Florida or California.
After we were done showing him around the homes, our investor agreed to a quick interview with our CEO, Rusty.
First of all, I want you to tell us a little bit about your background.
Right, I've done over 100 deals. I've been a realtor, I've been an investor, was a professional urban planner. I got into development business very early in the 70s in California, in Los Angeles, and Covina. And so my area expertise is really construction, doing rehab. I've done a lot of units. I've probably done at least 15 different buildings, totaling maybe 150 units. So I know what I'm doing, And I got to tell you, I like Indianapolis. Well, let's put it this way, I can almost triple my rent. Pure and simple. I can get $1,000 for these. That one's barely at $1,100.
Right.
And I got $300,000 in equity. I can buy 4 or 5 of these easily.
Right. So the property you're selling is about $300,000.
Net equity,
You're
yeah.
getting about $1,100 rent. And
Right.
What city is it in?
Long Beach,
Long Beach. Okay.
California.
And so again, you take that $300,000 cash from that property.
Right.
You buy maybe 4 properties here,
I hope to.
and you're going to get. You're probably going to net out around $600 on each property because the rent here is around $900 per unit.
Yeah.
And so you're going to at least 3 times your net equity or net cash flow. On
I'm stupid. I didn't do it earlier.
I got
This
it.
is really good. This is really good. It's fantastic.
And now,
As soon as we were done with that interview, Rusty, Michael, and I all left straight for the airport. We were doing another tour in Houston the very next morning, and we wanted to make sure that we arrived with enough time to prepare.